Most store-bought cleaners are actually anything but clean. They have a lot of ingredients in them that aren't so great, not only for us to be cleaning with, but even to simply be breathing and having in the air of our homes. Plus, they can cost quite a bit. The good news is you can make a very effective, natural, homemade cleaner for pennies on the dollar that gets the job done and that you can feel good about. So today we are going to be making a do-it-yourself homemade concentrate cleaner using just 2 ingredients. Vinegar, and we're going to be using fir tips, but I will be giving you tips for other items that you can use that will up that cleaning power. Now, if you happen to have a copy of my book, The Made from Scratch Life, you will recognize the basis of this cleaner from page 181, and we'll also link to it on the website. You'll see that below in the video description. All right, let's get to making this. So this is one of my favorite cleaners to make. Now, I'm going to be doing a version that uses fir. You can also use pine, but if you live in an area or you don't have access to getting your own fir branches or your own pine, you can also use essential oils, but using citrus peels is another great way to add extra cleaning power to this. So take your first pick, and we're going to get a quart-sized mason jar, and we're going to fill it up about a half of the way when it comes to using the pine or fir, as well as if you are using, and you can use oranges, you can use lemons, or you could use lime, whatever type of citrus peels that you have available. Let's fill up our jar. And totally feel free to crunch them up and bend them over, just really get them stuffed down in there, because that is also going to help. Oh, it smells so good. It releases all of the aromatic. And we like to crush them up and kind of crunch them down in there, because that's going to, when you can smell things and it's released that, it also means that it's going to help bruise it enough to allow those essential oils to then steep out into the liquid, which we'll be adding next. So I've got my glass mason jar all filled here with our fir needles. So now we're going to take our vinegar and top this off. So I just simply have an distilled white vinegar here. You can use raw apple cider vinegar if you want to, but I do recommend for cleaning purposes just using the white vinegar. One, it's cheaper and it doesn't have the mother in it that can sometimes clog spray bottles down the road when we strain this out and put it in our spray bottle and use for cleaning. So this is distilled white vinegar from Azure, and this is actually at a higher percentage. This is an 11% vinegar. So I have already diluted in my glass bottle of added water to bring this to a 5% vinegar, which is most of the time purchasing off the store shelves. A non-concentrated vinegar is what you would get just on the regular store shelf. So 5% is completely fine for this recipe, and I would actually recommend it because we will be diluting it down even further when we make this up. So we're going to take our straight vinegar of 5% acidity, and we're just going to pour that over top of, here I've got my fir needles, or all the way over top of any citrus that you are using if you're doing the citrus peel version. We want to make sure that all of the solids that we have are completely covered with the vinegar. And so I mainly just want to see that this is completely submerged. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my lid on. So I've just got a metal lid here with the screw top. Now this is only going to sit and steep for about 2 to 3 weeks, so I'm not overly worried about the vinegar causing acidity with the metal. So I'm just going to simply put that on, and we're going to just give that a shake. Shaking helps to release the essential oils and get that steeped into the vinegar, which is what we're after. So ideally, put this in a place that you'll remember to shake it once a day for the next 2 to 3 weeks, but not in direct sunlight. So in 2 weeks, we're going to strain out the solids. And if you want to take this up a little bit, even extra cleaning power, you can add a few drops of essential oil to it as well to make your own custom blend cleaner. And then I simply put it in a spray bottle once it's been diluted down and use it as my all-purpose cleaner, and it works wonderfully and is a fraction of what you would pay at the store. So here we have our fir needle infused vinegar that has been steeping for, actually it's been about 3 weeks because I got busy, but that's all right. It's very well infused. So we're just gonna have our fine wire mesh strainer here and we're gonna pour it through. Now this is a little bit, these are bigger pieces, so it doesn't take very long to strain. You could let it sit and see if you get very much more out, but I'm pressing and kind of squeezing this and we're not getting really, maybe a little bit more liquid, but not much. So now that I've gotten my hands fully dirty, okay. So now we have got our finished, and you can see it's changed a little bit of color here. It's not quite that clear liquid that it was before, but now it's time to make our bottle. So I have got a glass spray bottle here, and we're gonna do this to 4-to-1 parts. So this is a 16-ounce spray bottle. So I'm going to fill it with 3.2, which we're just gonna eyeball this to the 3, slightly over, ounces of our fir needle vinegar here. And then that will give us our 4-to-1 ratio. And put our lid on and we'll just shake this up to fully incorporate it. Now you have an all-purpose cleaner. So this works great on wood, that works really good on glass, especially for cleaning windows. If you have a natural stone countertop like granite or marble, definitely check before using any type of acidic cleaner on that to make sure that it won't harm it. But this is a fabulous cleaner. It works really well also if you have linoleum or flooring that has like divots in it. A lot of times you'll notice when you mop, you'll get like, they kind of get like little buildup spots on it. And so vinegar is also really great to spot spray and to get that up. So our remaining concentrated cleaner, we'll just put into a clean mason jar and put a lid on it. And then you will be set to clean your house with a natural cleaner that just cost pennies to make.